Welcome, guys. Welcome to the webinar tonight. You guys are in for the time of your lives. You're in for such an incredible time. I see Afro from Cameroon, right? Gloria from the UK, Ezenwa from Lagos, Chibesa from Zambia, people from all across the globe. Right? Who is excited about tonight? I don't know about you, but I'm super stoked, super duper excited about what is about to happen tonight. Right? Please drop a comment. Right? I see Damien is really excited. Fantastic. I'm super excited. I've been prepping for this for an entire week just to ensure that you guys have a phenomenal experience with me. Right, so I'm waiting for some more people to join. Let's see if we can get our numbers to hit 700, right? 700. Tell your friends, tell your family members that it's about to happen. I see you, Dr. Chi. Yeah, I see some familiar faces here. Who are the people who turn on their cameras? Let me see. You know, the people who turn on their cameras are my people. Right, I see you, Eseosa, Sandra. Hi, I see you, Kanayo. Who else is out there? Jessica. Hi, Jessica. How are you? I see you, Jugu, Faith, or Haju. Then there's Samson, Abdul Karim, Twambo from Zambia. People from all across the world. Right, please feel free to share the link with your friends, your family members. Let's get as many people as possible right in this room so we can start. Let's see if we can get our numbers to rise significantly. Comments are coming from everywhere. Hi, Adeswa, I see you. Evelyn, Celestine, I see you. I see that you guys are excited. I want to ask a simple question before we start the session, right? What is your expectation for tonight? What do you hope to leave with at the end of tonight's webinar? What do you anticipate that you're going to receive, you're going to get from this particular session? Please let me know in the comments, right? What are your expectations? Hi, MM. Good to see you, MM, all the way from UK. Nancy from Kenya. So I'm looking out. Somebody, Adiola says more knowledge, right? Emma wants to be charged. Isaiah from Jos, I see you. Esther wants a mind shift, right? Somebody wants clarity, Perps wants clarity. Who else is out there? Naomi says she wants a transformation. Akin wants to leave fulfilled. Elizabeth wants drive. Ola is tuning in from Dubai, right? Somebody wants to be ignited for mind transformation. Incredible stuff. I see somebody says, I want to soar. Gadu says, passion for fulfillment. Rachel says, I want to know firsthand how to soar, right? Somebody wants momentum, different expectations that I see you guys have, right? Fantastic. Right. Hi, Essay, good to see you. Essay says she wants more self-awareness. Fantastic. Right. I see you guys are really expectant today. And trust me, I have some really valuable information that will lead to transformation in somebody's life today. Right. Who else has turned on their camera? I see some people lifting their hands. I'm sorry, I won't be able to take any comments right now until we get to the end of the webinar. Hi, Oge. Sorry, I like to connect with people before I start my sessions. Hi, Oge, I see you. Oge wearing mustard. Hi, Jermaine Obu. Who else? Peter. Hi, Peter. How are you? Nyausi. I hope I didn't murder your name. Hi, how are you doing? Jessica, I see you. Fantastic. Our numbers are increasing. We're close to 600. We're almost there. Keep inviting your people. Keep telling them that something phenomenal is about to happen today, right? Emmanuel wants fulfillment. I love it. George Ishaya, all the way from Nigeria. Nancy, all the way from Kenya. Olaolu, all the way from Ojodu, right? Interesting. Ishaya wants to be fired up. Isabel, right? Excitedly expectant or expecting a new dawn. Fantastic. Okay, who is ready for tonight? Who is ready? If you're ready to have an incredible time, I want you to type ready in the comments right now. Ready. Okay, I see y'all are ready. Our numbers are significantly increasing. Remember, keep inviting people. Hi, MM. Good to see you. Hello, how are you? Keep telling people, trust me, this is one experience people do not want to miss because of the valuable information that I'm going to be sharing. Okay, I see you guys are ready. Let me proceed to share my slides, right? And please affirm that you can see my slides. Okay, please let me know in the comments if you can see my slides. Do let me know if you can. Can you see my slides? Okay, yes, you can see it. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to tonight's session. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about what's about to happen for you, right? Welcome to class. Sorry, hold on a second. Welcome to class. Okay, a few things I'd like you to know about tonight's session. At the end of tonight's webinar, I'm going to be sharing I'm going to be sharing my book, one of my books titled Unlock Your Wealth. It's an amazing book. I'm going to give it for free, but you have to stay up until the end so that you can get a copy of this book, right? So you want to stay up until the end to get this valuable book. Please feel free to communicate in the chat box or in the comments, right? You know, if we were in a physical class, you know, I'll be seeing your faces, we'll be talking and engaging, but the primary way we can engage in this webinar is via the chat box. So don't be the fly on the wall, right? Communicate. If something is insightful, share it in the comments. Let's engage in the comments. Fantastic. Also, at different points in time, you'd most likely see something really insightful, maybe a quote or a slide of mine that really touches you. Feel free to take a screenshot, right? Put it out there. Let the world know you're having a great time here. Put it out there on Instagram. Tag me at I am Bankole. I will be more than happy to repost whatever it is you put out there, right? Don't keep the knowledge to yourself. Share it with the world. Let them know you are having an incredible time. I do not want to assume that everybody here knows who I am. So I want to do a short introduction. I want to tell you a bit about myself. My name is Bankole Williams. I am the founder of Live Your Dreams Africa Foundation, a platform I set up to inspire Africans to live their lives intentionally towards the accomplishments of their dreams. We're primarily set up to solve the problems of unemployment and underemployment across Africa. And my foundation, through the amazing work we have done, has received several awards, recognitions, some of which you see on your screen right now. I am also the CEO of LYD Consulting, but before I get there, through the work we've done with LYD Africa, right, we've impacted over 28,000 people since 2013, right? You know, we've created over 1,002 jobs since 2018. Like I said earlier, I am the CEO of LYD Consulting, a management consulting practice I set up to inspire and empower employees of corporate institutions to get great work done in less time so they can surpass the annual financial targets of their employers. Through the work we do, we've trained tens of thousands of employees of corporate institutions across the globe. These are some of the clients we've been privileged to serve in the course of our work, and we've done some really, really remarkable work. I am also called the Capo, the captain of the SOAR jetliner, right? I have helped people discover the replicable, practicable, universal laws that are responsible for manifesting results. And many members of my community are here, and they've been producing really phenomenal results in their lives. Any member of SOAR here in the comments, I want you to just rep the community right now. I see you, Ebon, saying Capo, I see you, right? But we've done some really, really great work with the community, and they're doing amazing, amazing things. I see you all. I see you, Nene. Hi, Fina. Hi, Abayomi. Hi, Augusta. Amazing members of my community here, right? Now, having shared all that I have shared with you regarding who I am and what I do, I want to ask you a question. Do you feel confident that I have enough experience to take you on this journey to SOAR? Right? In the comments, please let me know. I do not want to assume. Let me know if you feel I have the requisite experience to take you on this journey. I see you all saying yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. I love it. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Right? I see you saying yes. Phenomenal. Somebody says 100%. I love it. I love it. Right? We're 748 people. Fantastic. Keep sharing. Keep inviting them. Right? Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Let's get this show on the road. You guys are about to be blown away. You guys are in for the time of your lives. You're gonna learn some universal laws that can transform your world. Right? Who is ready to learn how to soar? In the comments, I want you right now to type ready to soar. Let's do this. Ready to soar, ready to soar, ready to soar. Let go. I love it. Let go. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Super stoked, super excited to get this done. I want to start this session by asking a very important question. Very interesting question, by the way. By the time you see it, you're going to be intrigued. Okay, so let me ask you, have you ever, at any point in time in your life, been chased by a dog before? Please let me know in the comments. When you were chased by the dog, what impossible thing did you do? Did you jump on a car? Did you run faster than Usain Bolt? Did you jump over the fence, jump over a gutter, looked at it the following day and wondered how in heaven's name you did it? Please let me know if that has been your experience ever before. Have you ever been chased by a dog before? Somebody says they climbed a tree, right? Someone says they can't hear me, but I believe other people can hear me, right? So please join with your computer audio and you'll be able to hear me. Somebody said, I discovered how high I could jump. Jennifer says, I ran really fast. Ishaya says, I ran really fast. Fantastic. If you've never been chased by a dog before, I am telling you, your childhood is incomplete, right? You ran 1,000,000 kilometers. Fantastic. You literally did the impossible. You know, this thing reminds me of a story I heard one time. Please permit me to share it with you. I heard that, you know, there's this guy who lived on the second floor of a particular building. And one day, armed robbers came to his house. And the robbers were banging on the door. And they were like, young man, if you don't open this door now, we will break it down. And when we get in, we will kill you. And then the guy thought to himself, if I open this door, these robbers may kill me. And then he thought again, he said, but they also said that if I don't open it, they will break the door down and then they will kill me. And this guy was frantic. And as he was thinking, the robbers broke into the place And as they broke in, the guy remembered what the robbers said. On the spur of the moment, he ran to the balcony, he jumped, hit the ground, and continued running. Now, after a couple of hours, typical of the police in a certain country, I won't mention the country, the police came after the incident. And then they met the man. And they were asking him, sir, what happened here? The guy said the robbers were banging on the door and they said, if I don't open it, that they'll break it down and kill me. So what else happened? And then the guy goes, they broke the door. And when they broke the door down, I ran to the balcony, I jumped, and I hit the ground and I continued running. The police said, you said you did what? He said, I ran to the balcony, I jumped, hit the ground, and I continued running. They took him to the balcony. They said, you said you did what? He said, I jumped, hit the ground, and continued running. They said, young man, do it again. The guy looked at them. He said, do you want to kill me? Now, listen to me. How come the second time he considered the risk of dying? How come the first time that was not a thought to him? Where did the energy to jump the first time, hit the ground, and continue running come from? Somebody tell me, where did that energy come from? Did the energy come externally? Did it jump on him externally? Or was that energy activated from within? Please let me know in the comments. Was that energy activated from within? Right? Let me know in the comments. I want to see the comments. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. I see you all saying it was activated from within. I love it. It was activated from within. And you see your responses align with a certain law, the law of thermodynamics. And the law of thermodynamics states that energy is not created or destroyed. Energy is transferred or transformed. So that energy to do the impossible was not just manufactured. No, it was energy that he already had, and that energy was transferred from certain parts of his body to his extremities, his hands and his feet. Let me help you understand the way the human being or the human anatomy functions when there is a threat in the environment. Whenever there is a threat in the environment, the body switches to survival mode. The body switches to self-preservation mode. And there are certain hormones that are released in the body for preservation. And there are two of these hormones I want to speak about today. The first hormone that is released is adrenaline. Adrenaline is the fight or flight hormone. Hear me what I'm saying. So what happens is that energy is transferred from some of the organs of your body. You know, the time when you are being chased by a dog is not the time for digestion. So energy from your guts, energy from the stomach, your liver, your kidney, all that energy is transferred to your extremities, to your hands and to your feet, so that you can fight the opposition or the threat, or so that you can flee from the threat. So that energy is gotten from certain vital organs of your body and transported to your extremities so that you can fight the threat, or you can flee or run away from the threat, right? So that's the first hormone that is released, right? The first hormone is adrenaline. The second hormone, which I want to talk about, is cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone, and cortisol is optimal in the short term. So it is necessary for an emergency. However, if cortisol remains in the body for an extended period of time, cortisol can be harmful to the body, right? And cortisol begins to degenerate certain organs or certain parts of vital organs of the body. So cortisol over an extended period of time degenerates a part of the brain called the hippocampus. Now, there are three functions of the hippocampus, which I would love to share with you, right? Whenever there is a threat in the environment, as the body releases cortisol, if it stays in the body for an extended period of time, cortisol begins to degenerate and affect the hippocampus. The first function of the hippocampus is that the hippocampus is your memory center. The memory center. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever prepared for a presentation? You rehearsed your lines over and over again. You internalized those lines. And then on the day of the presentation, they announced your name. And as soon as they announced your name, you came in front of the people, and the eyes of the people of the audience started to pierce into your soul. Their eyes became a threat. And as soon as you perceived their eyes to be a threat, you switched into survival mode. And without you knowing, you forgot your lines. You lost all that you had practiced and rehearsed. Please let me know in the comments, has this ever been your experience before? Right? Has it ever been your experience? Someone says it's happened to me in a public area. Yes, it has. Asilsa says, right? Victoria says many times. You want to know why you forgot your lines? You want to know why you went blank? The answer is cortisol. The release of cortisol in the body degenerates the memory center called the hippocampus. Fantastic. I see your comments, right? The second function of the hippocampus is your learning. It is the learning center of the brain. You cannot learn effectively under duress. Hear what I'm saying. Whenever there is a threat in the environment, you switch into survival mode and your learning center is affected. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been stressed by somebody before and then you got angry? And some neutral party was trying to reason with you, and you could not reason with them, right? In that state that you are in. You want to know why you couldn't reason with them? Whenever you switch into survival mode or whenever you are under duress, listen to me, you would only accept, believe, and submit to information that is equal to your emotional reaction. Hear what I'm saying. I said whenever you are under stress, you are in survival mode, you are in duress, and there's a threat in the environment, you would only accept, believe, and submit to information that is equal to your emotional reaction. It took time for you to receive the information that the neutral party was giving because cortisol needed to go. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? So when there's cortisol in the body, it impacts on your ability to learn. The third function of the hippocampus is creativity and growth. Hear what I'm saying. Creativity and growth. You cannot grow when you are in survival. You cannot be creative when you are in survival mode. Let me ask you a question. Imagine that one day you went to the office, and as you were in the office, you heard the fire alarm. The fire alarm went off, and everybody started to scramble, right, for the fire exit. In that moment when you are all scrambling to save your lives, can you come up with a creative, innovative solution to a problem that your organization has? Please let me know in the comments. Is it possible for you to come up with a creative, innovative solution to a problem that your organization has? The answer is no. When you are in survival, you cannot be creative. When you are in survival, you cannot grow. See, whenever there is a threat in the environment, you contract away from the threat. Contraction and expansion cannot happen simultaneously. Oh, somebody hear what I just said? I said contraction and growth cannot happen at the same time. Listen, what you use for survival, you lose for growth, you lose for creativity. So when people are signaling their survival centers because they perceive a threat in the environment, that consistent action causes them to not grow, causes them to not be creative. I hope somebody's getting this thing, right? If I am speaking to you right now in the comments, I want you to say, I hear you, Bankole. Say, I hear you, Bankole. Now, I know that I've given the analogy of a dog chasing you, but it's not always a dog that is chasing you in life. Some other times you are being chased by some other things other than dogs. There are other threats that we perceive in the environment. What if the threat is not just a dog, but what if the threat is your boss in the office? Whew. I hope that got to somebody. What if the threat is the news, that news station that you consistently tune to that doesn't have anything good to say? What if the threat is that unpaid bill, that bill that will soon be due, or your rent? What if the threat is the insecurity situation in the world or the insecurity situation in your nation? What if the threat is social media and all those platforms that you're connected to, those WhatsApp groups, those handles you follow that consistently put out negative news and information? What if these are the threats? Listen to me. People are unknowingly switching to survival mode without even knowing it. Once you perceive any of these, the body assumes that a wild animal is out there chasing you. And guess what? This is not where it ends. It gets even more interesting because there's a difference between fear and anxiety. And you see, people are not just being triggered by real stuff, but people are being triggered by thoughts. So the threat may not be there, but if you think about it, the body still signals you to go into survival mode. There's a difference between fear and anxiety. Fear is the emotional response to a threat that is apparent, that is present. That is present right now. That is what fear is, an emotional response to a threat that is apparent. Anxiety is different. Anxiety is an emotional response to a threat that has not yet come. And you see, some people are switching on their survival centers, even when there is no apparent threat, with thought alone. So you have already imagined that unpaid bill, and you've imagined the embarrassment that comes with not paying that bill. It is not yet due, but with your thoughts, you have imagined that embarrassment, and your body does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. And in real time, it is signaling the survival centers to release the stress hormone and causing you to go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what you use for survival, you are losing for growth. You are losing for creativity. Am I speaking to somebody right now? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched a movie that has a sad ending and then you shed real tears? Has that ever happened to you? You want to know why it happened? The mind does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. See, hold on a second. Some of you, you've watched that same movie 5 times. This is the 6th time. You know that that scene is coming, yet in spite of that, the tears will flow. Am I speaking to somebody right now? Has it happened to you? You will still cry. Now, can I ask you a question? Did the actor die in real life? Please let me know. because I need to understand why you cry. Did the actor die in real life? The answer is no, he didn't. The actor made money from that movie. He's enjoying that money. But you are shedding real tears. You want to know why you're shedding real tears? The body does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. When you create it in your imagination, the body reacts as though it is real. I hope somebody's getting this, right? How many of you remember this movie captured on the screen? Titanic, right? Please tell me what movie is that causes you to get all emotional? Let me know in the comments. The mind does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. What is real? Please flow with me. I'm going somewhere. When you are consistently triggered by a real or perceived threat, the body signals the stress hormone, and without you knowing, you have predisposed yourself to be a victim. Without any effort on your part, unconsciously, you have prepared yourself to be a victim of circumstances and situations. And guess what? A lot of people are going through life living like this. Going through life, thinking about a threat and reacting to a threat that may not even be apparent. And the body doesn't know the difference. And when you consistently do this, you have predisposed yourself to be a victim. Now, when you go through your day as a victim, and then you sleep at night as a victim, let me tell you what happens to you. When we go to bed, our body converts to a factory. Hear what I'm saying. Your body converts to a factory. The unconscious faculties of your mind do not go to sleep when you sleep. There is consolidation of information when you are asleep. So when you are asleep, your body converts to a factory, and in a factory, you have raw material that passes through the line and comes out as finished product. And the finished product must always be better than the raw material. So when you sleep in that victimized state, and that is the raw material that you pass through the system, do you think you will wake up just as a victim? The finished product must be better than the raw material. Some people wake up as super victims without even knowing, without even being aware of this information. Now listen to me. When you wake up as a victim, can I ask you a question? What thoughts do you think that you are thinking? What thoughts do you think that you are thinking when you wake up this way? I'm going to show you what I call the cycle of life that is going to break down to you what some of you have been going through in your life and you failed to even realize, right? See, when you wake up as a victim, the thoughts that you'll be thinking are yesterday's problems. See, your day did not start this morning. Your day started last night. Let me help you understand. Because last night you fed your system with raw material that created finished products for you to start your day with. And you start your day unconsciously with yesterday's problems. Now listen to me. If you start your day with yesterday's thoughts will create yesterday's choices. Yesterday's choices would create yesterday's behavior. Yesterday's behavior would create yesterday's experiences. Yesterday's experiences would create yesterday's feelings. And then people begin to think the way they feel. And then they feel the way they think. And then they think the way they feel some more. And feel the way they think some more. And then this ultimately lands them in a mood, yesterday's mood. And guess what? Yesterday's mood now becomes the new thing that fits into the cycle. The new thoughts that you think about are yesterday's problems, and it's just a vicious cycle. Now, when you repeat this over a period of time, that mood becomes your personality. When you repeat this again over a period of time, it determines your results in life. And when you repeat this over a period of time, it defines your destiny. Small wonder people keep producing the same results. It all began with yesterday's thoughts. Listen to me. People are waking up the same way, on the same side of the bed, getting up out of bed to do the same thing, picking up their mobile phones, going to the same applications, rushing into the bathroom to brush their teeth the same way, taking a certain number of strokes on one side before they move to the other side. They rush out of the bathroom to wear their clothes the same way. You wear your trousers, one leg always goes in first before the other leg. You drive in the same car using the same route to get to the same office to meet the same people who push the same emotional buttons in you. You finish work, enter the same car, drive through the same route to get to the same house, to sleep on the same side of the bed, only to wake up the following day to do the same thing. If you keep doing this, how do you change? Am I speaking to somebody? Does this capture someone's experience? If it does, in the comments, just say mind blown right now. Just type mind blown right now. If really and truly you are mind blown. I am telling you, this is the cycle of life. People have been doing this. I see you all saying mind blow, the comments buzzing. I see you. I know that you know that this is truth. I don't know the average age of people here, but some people have been doing this for 35 years. 35 years of mastery, signaling the stress hormone in response to threats, whether they are real or unreal. Gained mastery doing this. Aren't you tired? You want a new life, but what you fail to realize is this is what you've been conditioned to do. People are repeating the same pattern. It's like a loop, continuously, same behavioral traits. And guess what? Repetition enhances retention. And when you repeat something over and over again, you retain it. And once you retain it, you switch to what we call autopilot mode. So you don't even have to think about it. The same way you don't have to think of putting that leg, into the trouser first, right? Autopilot causes you to do it. And that's what I'm saying. People have autopilot for lack. Did you hear what I said? They don't even realize it, that they have signaled or triggered a chain reaction for that to happen in their lives. Now, I want to ask you a candid question. Please respond. If your life was an aircraft, what part of you should ideally be the pilot? Let me know in the comments. If your life was an aircraft, Chukwu says the mind, Doyin says the head, Abiodun says the brain, right? Essie says the mind. The mind, I see everybody saying the same thing, the brain, the mind, the mind, the mind. Fantastic. Beautiful. So if your life is an aircraft, the pilot, like you've all said, should be the mind or the brain. But let me ask you, when we switch to autopilot, is the mind still the pilot? Oh, I hope somebody gets this thing. I said, when we switch to autopilot, is the mind really still the pilot? Do you know that 95% of your life, you are in autopilot mode? And I said, if we switch to autopilot, is the mind really still the pilot? See, let me tell you a scenario, that would help you understand this. You see, in my estate, the entrance of my street was blocked for a period. They put a heap of sand there because the adjoining street was being re-interlocked. So they had told us in the estate to use the alternative routes. So I knew, my mind knew, my mind was informed. But ladies and gentlemen, every single day for 1 week, my body drove my vehicle to the heap of sand. I knew that I was supposed to take the alternative route, but for some weird reason, my body, through autopilot, would just drive me to that point. And when I get to the heap of sand, I'll be like, oh, Bankole, you should know better. It got so embarrassing because there are these security men that are always hanging there. I could just imagine what was going on in their minds. Like, dude, you did this same thing yesterday. You should know better, right? In spite of where my mind wanted to go, my body drove me in the direction that I did not want to go. Does this not explain certain frustrations that some of you express in life? Your mind wants more, but your body keeps taking you in the direction of less. Because when you switch to autopilot, your body has taken over. Oh, is somebody hearing what I'm saying? And when the body takes over the system, that which is supposed to be the servant has become the master. Listen to me. The body craves the familiar. And if the body becomes the pilot, it will only lead you to a familiar destination. But guess what? You want to manifest your dreams, your hopes, and aspirations. And your dreams, your hopes, and aspirations only reside in an unfamiliar location. Now, if the body craves the familiar and is taking you to the familiar, it cannot take you in the direction of your dreams, your hopes, and aspirations because they reside in the unknown, in the unfamiliar. Is somebody getting this thing? Does this not explain why you struggle? You want more money, but the body keeps taking you back to lack. You want better health, but the body keeps taking you back to sickness. You want a better life, but the body keeps taking you back to penury, keeps taking you back, to that place you don't want to go. You want a better country, but on the day of the election, the body will go and thumbprint on that familiar old party. Am I speaking to somebody? I have found out something. That because the body craves the familiar, people end up picking familiar misery over foreign happiness. Say, this suffering is better than the previous one. What are you talking about? People end up picking familiar misery. You say, oh, this year I'm going to be fit. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work out. Your mind wants that, but your body will snooze the alarm. Anybody knows what I'm talking about. Now, I know that a high degree of awareness is being experienced. You guys are experiencing a high degree of self-awareness. And listen to me, self-awareness kickstarts the process of change. So the proof that your life is about to change is that you are aware now. Whilst, yes, I've highlighted the problem, the big question is, how do we fix this? Does anybody want to know? Type SOAR right now in the comments. How do we fix this? See you all saying SOAR. How do we get the mind and the body to align? Don't you get it? Can two work together except they be aligned? This is the problem. Most people are a house divided against itself. It cannot stand until the mind and the body are aligned. The way to get them to align, listen to me, is to make the unfamiliar become familiar. Ooh, somebody hear this. I think it was Carl Jung that said, until you make the unknown known, or until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and then you will call it fate, your lot in life. So the way to do this is to make that unfamiliar thing become familiar. The question is, how do we do this? How do we achieve this? You achieve this with your imagination. Hear what I'm saying. We already established the mind does not know the difference between that which is imagined and what is real. So with your imagination, if you can embody the greatest, grandest, most magnificent version of yourself on a daily, you are retraining the body or retraining the mind. See, listen to me. If you do not start your day with a deliberate design of your future, you are going to default into the repository of your past. We established that with that cycle where people sleep waking up with yesterday's thoughts. That's the default human behavior. You don't realize it. You're not aware consciously, but that's what you do. So to counter it, you must begin your day with deliberately designing your future so that you don't default to your default. You don't default into the repository of your past. And you must do it in a way that lands you in an emotion. Hear what I'm saying. It must land you in an emotion. Imagine that you started every day of your life. Before you got up out of bed, you started your day thinking of how greatness will show up in the course of the day. Imagine you started your day thinking about how the most magnificent, right? The highest, grandest version of you would respond to circumstances and situations in the course of your day. And you did it in a way that landed you in such an intense emotion. Can I ask you a question? How do you think your life will be? If your destiny goes in the direction of your predominant thoughts and emotions, it says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Let me help you get this thing. The language of the mind is thoughts. Positive thinking cannot get you there alone. Some of you know what I'm talking about. It can't get you there alone. That is just the language of the mind. The language of the body is emotions. Do you hear what I said? The language of the body is emotions. The problem is that you are speaking a language that the body doesn't understand. Some of you are speaking French to a part of you that only understands English. See, let me break it down in a very practicable way for you to understand. Can I ask you a question? If you put food in your mouth and leave it there, have you eaten? Please let me know in the comments. Right, I see the comments buzzing. Seriously. If you put food in your mouth and you leave it there, have you eaten? No, you must have eaten. How can you say no? That you put food in your mouth. Oh, so you have not eaten. If you just put food in your mouth and leave it there. So what needs to happen for your cells or the cells of your body to receive the nutrients? Please let me know. What is the missing piece? What needs to happen for the cells of your body? Someone said you need to chew it. You need to chew and digest it. I love it. You need to chew the food, swallow it, and digest it. So digestion leads to the transportation of the food to your cells. Digestion leads to the transportation of the nutrients to the cells of your body. So why then do you think that if you put a thought in your mind that your body has received the memo? Until there is the digestion of that information, there will be no transportation of the instructions to the cells of your body for manifestation. Oh, I hope somebody got what I just said. I said, until there is the digestion of the information you have put in your head that leads to the transportation of that instruction to your cells, you cannot experience the manifestations that you want to see. I hope somebody's getting this thing. The language of the body is emotions. When you feel an emotion, the cells of your body are attending a class and they are learning what your future is about to be like. Oh, I hope somebody gets this thing. The expression of emotion is evidence of digested thoughts. It is proof that your body has received the memo. It is proof that your body is getting ready to be in alignment with your dreams, with your hopes and aspirations. How can you be praying for abundance and feeling poor? Mind and body in contradiction. Small wonder you are living in frustration. Those things are not happening. Oh, I hope somebody gets this thing. The mere fact that you feel lack is proof that your body has not received the instruction. It is the digested information expressed as emotions that lead to manifestation. Let me prove. See, I'm giving you a series of things to validate these things I'm telling you. Please, can you tell me the drink that's on your screen right now? Even though I've not mentioned the name, but what's the drink on the screen right now? Definitely a bottle of Coke, right? How many of you are Coke fans here? You know, you love Coca-Cola. Let me know. Now, have you ever been thirsty, so thirsty, and then you had to take a sip of Coke? Please, in the comments, can you tell me, immediately you take that sip of Coke, what happens to you? What is that sensation you feel? The minute, you are very thirsty, and then you take that sip of Coke. In the comments, let me know, what is that sensation you feel? You feel refreshed. You feel hydrated. You feel satisfied. It's soothing. It quenches the thirst, right? Somebody says, my body calms down. Yeah. Woo. Listen to me. Do you know that sensation that you are feeling is not really real? Let me explain. Do you know that it takes some time for there to be the transportation of that drink to your cells for the thirst to be quenched. It takes time. But guess what? The very second that the drink hits your palates, you feel the sensation of refreshment. Your cells have not yet experienced the drink, but guess what? You are already feeling the sensation. So the sensation goes ahead of the event. Ooh. The emotion goes ahead of the experience. See, let me tell you, don't you understand? Emotion should be the precursor of actual experience. Go and check it out. Go and read it up. It's the truth. But we think that our emotions should be the effect, whereas, oh, are you guys learning? The original design is to live from inside out. Because if you live from outside in, you will always be dependent on external situations and circumstances, and you'll be predisposing yourself to be a victim. 2022 has been an interesting year. I don't know about you, but there's been so much happening in the world. So much happening in the world. And if people are not careful, if they live from outside in, if they don't know this information which I'm exposing you to, they would be predisposing themselves to be victims of the circumstances and situations that are occurring in the world. It's time to move from being a victim of circumstances and situations to being a victor. It's time to take charge and recognize that life is supposed to be lived from inside out. Let me tell you a real life experience that I had that gave birth to a number of the things which I'm sharing with you today. The year 2020 was a very, very difficult period for the world. And in October, it was a very difficult period for my country, Nigeria. I was in a deep, dark place emotionally. I needed help. I was reacting, living from outside in to the circumstances and situations that were happening around me. And I went to God and I said, God, you need to get me out of this. And he began to open my eyes to a lot of the information, some of which I'm sharing with you today. And as I was immersed in that experience, one of those days I slept. All the experiences I'd had were becoming the raw material to feed the factory when I went to sleep. And in my sleep, I had what many would call an out-of-body experience. I heard a word. It was so loud in my ears. I heard a word I'd never heard before. And I knew in my sleep it was important. So I woke up immediately, picked up my phone, and I wanted to see if the word even existed. The word is homeostasis. Not only does the word exist, but I was enthralled by the meaning of the word. Homeostasis is the recognition and the regulation of your internal conditions so as to alter and not be altered by external situations and circumstances. To be in homeostasis is to be the creator of your reality. And as I studied this concept, it became my new mandate. I received a mission to teach people how to live from inside out. See, don't you get it? We've been deceived into believing that life is supposed to be lived from outside in. So I need to give you the keys of a brand new car to alter the state on the inside. Listen to me. If I give you that car, you get excited. Dopamine is released in your brain. But guess what? Dopamine also desensitizes the receptor sites of your brain. So what does that mean? It means that for me to create that same high, I need to give a bigger car. And by the time you get the car, you want a bigger house. By the time you get a house, you want a yacht. And people are perpetually chasing external things to alter the state on the inside, whereas the original design is that things should chase you. Am I speaking to somebody? Aren't you tired of chasing? Aren't you tired of wishing and not manifesting? Am I speaking to you? If that's your experience, in the comments, let me know. Aren't you tired of trying to produce certain kinds of outcomes and they ain't happening? Aren't you tired of saying this year will be my best year yet? It's mid-year, but it's not yet your best year yet. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you on a quest? Are you questioning stuff? I find that a lot of people, please let me know if this is your experience. I find a lot of people are questioning stuff that they've always known. You're like, it seems like there is more to life than what I've been exposed to, what I've believed life is about. Are you on a quest? Are you tired of who you used to be, but you don't yet have an identification of who you should be? Am I speaking to someone? Do you have it all? Have it all. Yet you are still itching. You got the car, you thought it would scratch that itch, you're still itching. Bought the house, thought it would scratch the itch, still itching. Got the family, got married, thought it would scratch the itch, you're still itching. Aren't you tired? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a winning formula. There's a formula that works. There's a formula to manifesting results, to living in homeostasis. There's a formula to being the creator of your reality. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever caught yourself singing a song that you did not even attempt to learn its lyrics? Please let me know in the comments if that has been your experience before. Have you ever, just caught yourself singing a song and in fact, you didn't consciously try to learn. In fact, you probably even thought you didn't like the song, but you caught yourself singing it. Happens to you all the time. Can I ask you another question? How regularly does this happen? Does it happen once in a while or it happens often? Please let me know. Somebody says Buga. I'm telling you, that song is on everybody's lips. Even people outside my country, right? It happens often. Now listen to me. If something happens once, it's an incident. If it happens twice, it's a coincidence. If it happens 3 times or more, it is a law. Hear what I'm saying? There are universal laws at play that cause you to sing the lyrics of a song without you trying to learn it. Listen, what if your dreams, your hopes and aspirations could play out effortlessly like the lyrics of the song? What if you had an opportunity to learn a formula that would help you, attain those dreams, attain the hopes, the aspirations, right? Effortlessly like the lyrics of the song. Wouldn't it be exciting to know that formula? Let me show you how to be a sniper. I have found out that a lot of people have what I call the machine gun approach, right? Wasting bullets, yet hitting the target. Just shooting and hitting the target. There are formulas. There are universal laws to aiming and hitting a precise target. Let me show you how to be a sniper. And this is precisely why I have created this amazing boot camp called the Science of Astounding Results, where I teach the replicable, practicable principles that you can begin to apply today that would lead to really transformational results in your life. Right? This boot camp, I don't do it alone. I do it with some amazing people, some of which you see on the screen today. And these people are vibrating at a certain frequency, understanding the fundamental laws in place that govern this universe that can lead to the results that you want to see being manifest in your life, right? It's a 7-day boot camp, an immersion program where I teach a lot of amazing things. Day one, we talk about dealing with patterns. See, listen to me. You may lie with your mouth. You may lie with your actions, but your patterns never lie. And we all have patterns, some of which, are even from childhood. In the course of the course, we address these limiting patterns that get in the way, right, of people producing certain kinds of results. The scales literally fall off people's eyes in the course of the program. On day 2, I have this amazing friend of mine, literal genius, right, who understands the mind-body connection and teaches this fundamental principle on how you can align towards the actualization of your dreams, of your desires. On day 3, we talk about the money vibe. See, do you know it says, do not overwork to be rich? Some of you have been working hard. I have seen hard work rewarded by lack. There is an approach that people are missing, and I call it money vibe. Abundance is not just the presence of substance. Abundance is a mindset, and we address this mindset and help people install it in the course of the program. We also talk about the mind and your health. It's a very rich, holistic program. Do you know there's something called the placebo effect, where people are given a drug and they think it's a drug, but it's actually sugar, right? And then their bodies get healed by virtue of them believing that they actually took a drug, but it was sugar. Don't you understand? The human body is the greatest pharmacy ever invented. The body has the capacity to heal itself. And there are people who have attended this program who would share their experiences, who have experienced tangible, real-time healings and manifestations as a result of the application of the laws and the principles which they learned. On day 5, we talk about your well-being. Think about it. All that you want in this life can be summarized in these statements: pleasantness within and pleasantness without. Think about it. All that you desire in this life, at the end of the day, you want pleasantness within. Well-being or wellness is pleasantness within. What does it profit you to have all of these things and not have pleasantness within? We want to address the well-being, and we have one of Africa's best life coaches, right? The catalyst, Larry Olushola, come teach on that. And on day 6, we want to ensure that we fix this problem and that the coming generation don't have to deal with some of the challenges that some of us have had to deal with, where they learn how to begin to live from inside out. We also help reparent so that the inner child that resides in the parent is addressed, is soothed over the course of the course, right? And on day 7, I teach you those universal laws that you can take home on your own and begin to apply to ensure that you produce really mind-shifting results. Ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't you rather be a part of this? Let me know in the comments if you would love to be a part of this amazing 7-day boot camp. 7 days of immersion that lead to significant transformation, right? Trust me, this is an incredible experience that you cannot afford to miss. I see a lot of you saying, yes, absolutely, I love to be a part of this. At the end of this boot camp, I am telling you of a fact that you would have learned practicable insights and strategies that would help you create homeostasis in your life so that you can have tangible results in your health, wealth, family, well-being, pleasantness within, pleasantness without, that will not only astonish you, but astonish your loved ones. Wouldn't you love this experience to be yours? In the comments, say yes. The boot camp is from the 3rd of July to the 10th of July. 7 days of immersion. Now, somebody is saying to themselves, 7 days. Did you hear what I said previously? 35 years of mastery of signaling the stress hormone. Trust me, 7 days is not too much time. Trust me, if in 1 hour, about 1 hour, right, You have gotten this great value. Can you imagine what you are going to get in 7 days of immersion? By the way, it happens at 7 p.m. West African time. It happens online, virtually via Zoom, and the sessions are recorded. You can get all the value, right? Even if you can't, be physically present on the day. Now, I know some of you are wondering, Bankole, how much does this go for, right? How much is this value? If you could get a formula that could help you produce the tangible results that you wanted to see being manifest in your life, I'm curious to know how much value you think it is, right? But hey, I'm going to tell you how much it goes for. The cost goes for $270. In Naira, that is 150,000 Naira only for 7 days of immersion that can transform your life forever. But guess what? Today, I want to reward those who make a commitment to their dreams, their hopes, and aspirations by taking massive action. I love to reward people who take massive action in response to an opportunity to transform their lives. So today, you wouldn't be required to pay 150,000 Naira or $270. All you would have to pay is $220. That's 120,000 Naira only. 120,000 Naira only. Now, that is not all. That is not all, right? For the first 20 people, I want to give them a gift. First 20 people to register, I want to give you a gift. And this gift for me is something very priceless. I want to give you the gift of my mind, right? The first 20 people to register will have an opportunity to be a part of an exclusive private session with me, where you can pick my brain, where you can ask me specific questions, an exclusive session with me. The first 20 people, right, to make their payment would have not only access to the course, but access to me. The first 20 people to pay. And that's because, like I said, I love to reward massive action in the direction of your dreams, in the directions of the things that you want to see being manifest in your life, right? Now, let me tell you, right? Some people, this is how you can pay. Payment details are on the screen right now. Some people are listening and they're saying to themselves, whilst I was listening to this, I was really feeling everything Bankole was saying. How I wish I could get more of him. How I wish, I could be in more sessions with him. You desired that. But the minute you saw the money, your body that craves for the familiar started to question it. Let me tell you, your dreams, your hopes and aspirations, remember what I said, they reside in the unfamiliar. Do not allow your body stop you. See, I can tell you for a fact, you are going to get way more value than whatever you pay for. I don't consider this a payment. To be very honest, I consider it an investment in yourself. If you paid $220, and then by virtue of paying that amount of money, you became a millionaire in dollars, would you say you paid for something or it was an investment that you made, right? Seize this opportunity right now. The details are on the screen. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take your questions with respect to this particular course, right? I believe a member of my team is also sharing some of the details, right, in the chats. But if you have any questions, right, I'll be more than happy to take them. I see somebody's asking, how long is the program? It's for 7 days, right? From the 3rd of July to the 10th of July, right? It happens at 7 p.m. West African time. It's a virtual event. It happens on Zoom, pretty much like this. I come teach all of this kinds of value, and trust me, it's a very transformational experience. There are members of my community who have been part of the course who are here. Some of them are going to be sharing what the experience for them has been like, right? If there's any member of SOAR here, right, you paid, you've attended, you've probably even attended more than one, right? In one word, can you please attempt to describe what that experience was like for you, right? What that experience was like for you. I see quite a number of comments. Let me see, is there any question here? Omei says life-changing. Pel E says transformational. Sandra says transforming. Abayomi, life-changing, life-transforming. Please, members of my team, if people have any specific questions, please, could you send it to me on WhatsApp, because there's so many messages and I'm not seeing them. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask about the course and I'll be more than happy to answer. Omar says mind shifting, right? Okay, I think I saw a question now. How many hours? About 2 hours per day, about 2 hours per day. I hope I've been able to answer that question, right? Now, I do know that there are some people who are here who may not have the full amount to make the commitment now. Please note that you are required to make this payment before 12 midnight today, right? Remember what I said, I love to, reward massive action. In 24 hours, what's going to happen, right? In 24 hours, the price is going to go up. And that's because, like I said, I want to reward people who take massive action in the direction of their dreams, right? By tomorrow, I can guarantee you in 24 hours, the price is going to go up, right? Now, I do know that there are certain people who would love to be a part of this, but may not have all the money and they want to make an instrumental payment. So there's also an instrumental plan that is available, and that's on your screen right now, where you pay $110 right now. The course starts on the 3rd of July, so you have the opportunity to make the payment before the course ends, right? That's good enough time for you to be able to put your resources together, right? And the details for the instrumental payment are on the screen right now, right? So take massive action in the direction of this. Right, the details are on the screen. Let me see. Any questions? Please, can we get the recording? Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Should I pay for the course and miss a day? Yes, there would be a recording. Yes, Cheryl, there will be a recording. So the course will be recorded. You would also have access to the recordings after the course. So yes. If you're not available one of the days, definitely. There's also an amazing community. And trust me, I think that's one of the greatest benefits. Please, members of my community, tell me, those in the mastermind and all, right? Please tell us in the comments, what's the experience like being in our community? We have such a vibrant, rich community of people. Some people have formed bonds as friends, business associates, and things like that. It's an awesome experience, right? An awesome experience. And it's not just a one-off. I consistently, engage with these people, right, in the community. So these are the details on the screen. I see somebody asking for the details for the full payments, right? I think the only difference between the instrumental link and the full payment link is the digits 1. So let me just go back there so you can see that. Right, so all details are on the screen. Yes, I promise to give you a book if you stay up until the end, right? So yeah, most definitely I'm going to fulfill that. If you're on the WhatsApp group or the WhatsApp community group, the link and some other information will be dropped there for you to have access to it. Hi, Vinion, I see you. I'm looking out for your questions. Any questions? Okay, please, can you send me any questions that people are sending? Right, if you have any questions about the course, I will be glad to answer your questions. You are not on the WhatsApp group. Demola, can you share the link to the WhatsApp group? Congratulations, yes, to all those who have invested in themselves. Okay, whilst you guys are making your decisions, I want to invite some members of SOAR to share what their SOAR experience has been like, right? The first person I'm going to invite, let me see, Augusta, are you here? I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can see her. Augusta, yes. Augusta, I'm going to unmute you right now. Hi, Augusta, are you there?
I am. Hi, couple.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah. Can I share now, couple?
Yes, you can, please.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, couple. Like I said, I'm happy to be here today. My name is Augusta Nazi. And like some of you, I was lucky to somebody's ad on Instagram in February. And since then, honestly, my life has not been the same. Prior to SOAR, I'd never heard of it, never heard of Capone, never heard of Andy Williams, never heard of this wonderful program. But God heard my deep cry and sent the advert. Now I attended Web Minor and took the bold step to sign up for the boot camp. Now, guys, before then, I had bad migraines. It was so bad that whenever I had these attacks, and they were like every fortnight, and when it started, it would last like minimum of 4 days. I was down, I had gone to see my GP. She had recommended me to do some scans, some CT scans. Nothing was found. So eventually, she put me on a repeat prescription for a drug called amitriptyline. Now I was on amitriptyline, taking it because I was not even sleeping. Sleep was an issue. So I was taking this amitriptyline, which is for depression. I wasn't depressed, but she said the drugs would help calm my nerves and help with the headache. So it was bad. I was sleeping with eyes. My bed was always wet. I couldn't function as a mom. I've got children, 9-year-old triplets. They want to have fun, but I couldn't do anything because when the headaches come, I don't even go to work. I was not functioning as a wife. I couldn't. It was so bad. It was bad. It was really even depressing. So signed up for SOAR, thankfully, and from day one of the Web Minor, when Capone just said there's this universal law that wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. For me, it was a continuum of wow, because he was just releasing things that were dropping the scales off my eyes. Chains were breaking off because these migraines, I'd prayed, I'd fasted, I'd done whatever you can think of. I'd spent money on drugs. So I applied the practices he taught. And guess what, guys? I've not had these headaches in months now. In weeks, months. It's running to weeks, months. I've not had these headaches. I'm so happy. You can see me in braids. I don't make braids. I just leave my hair. I wear wigs because when I plait them, I don't know. It's like but I've been so liberated. My siblings can testify to it. So whoever is here, look, do yourself this very good, favor. Take the chance. Don't think of it. Honestly, like I did. The only regret I have is I didn't meet Capone decades earlier. In fact, if I'd met him decades earlier, guys, wow, but no trouble. I'm happy I did. At the time I did, it was divine, and I'm very, very happy and a new person. So thanks, Capone, for this opportunity to share.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Augusta. That was phenomenal. And it's beautiful for me. It's just beautiful to see people have these beautiful experiences, and this is just one of the many, right? I see some more people are asking the community. The first two communities are already full, right? I think we're going to create another one. I see some more people asking for the details again. I'll just share my screen before Itofa comes. Itofa is going to come on and share his own experience. So it's on the details are on the screen again, right? So if you want to pay, so for instance, if you're outside of the country, you want to pay in dollars, right? There's an American account there. There's also Stripe. You can pay, in dollars from any part of the world, and you can also make the payments in Naira, right? So these are the details. If you want to take a screenshot or something, because I'm going to bring some other person up right now. This is the detail for the full payment. If you'd like to make an instrumental payment, so pay half now, and then you pay the other half before the course ends, I give that extent of grace because I know you will, and I know that you'll have some phenomenal experiences between now and when it ends. You can do so by using the information on the screen right now. So this is for the part payment or half payment, right? You may want to take a screenshot of this so that I can bring up the next person to just share his own SOAR experience. So I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'm going to bring Itofa on. Hi, Itofa, are you there?
Awesome. Hi, Kafu. How are you? Good evening.
Hey, hi. How are you doing, bro?
Very well. Good evening, everyone. I can see over 500 people. First, I'm just coming here to tell you guys a story. So, sometime a couple of months ago, just like many of you probably saw on Instagram and you saw a post and you're like, man, I'm going to come here. Now, when I was coming to this meeting like this, I had made up my mind. There is nothing anybody will do that will take my money. I will come and hear for free and I will run away. That was my plan. I will hear. So, Papa was sharing and he was sharing, thing was entering. I was like, everything, I'm going to come and collect for free and I'm running. Nothing you're going to say that will take my money. You know, but what you were sharing was so powerful that it was resonating very deep on my inside. And I was in a season in my life where I needed to transition into the next phase and the next journey. And everything you were saying was just touching the right spots. And I was like, wow, you know, and everything. I was on the class. By the time you got to the part where you were saying money, I said, you will not collect my money, Kabo. Nothing. You know, but while you were sharing, I didn't even know by the time I heard the part payment, and this is just for the guys right here who are probably listening and you're saying to yourself that you cannot afford it. That's also a mental state. That's a scarcity mindset where you've also positioned yourself. I learned all of this when I came to SOAR. That's a scarcity mindset. You know, so I said, man, nothing is going to make me pay. How can I pay 120K for what? 120 what? But guess what? It was also an unconscious program I was running with. I didn't think I deserved to spend 120K on myself. And that's what's also happening to some of you here. You don't think you deserve to spend that kind of money on yourself. But for you to enter the next thing, you need it. So back to my story, I said there's nothing that will make you cannot collect my money, you know. But long story cut short, I didn't know when I got up from my chair. I heard it was part payment. I made the part payment. For 3 days, I was not normal. I was like, God, 60K has left my account. What's going on? Father, Lord. No. I remember the next morning, I woke up. I was laying face flat, talking to God. It was out of anger. How did this 60K leave my account? When, you know? But long story short, I got into the community, started hearing incredible things, life-changing things. My goodness, from brain time, learning about neuroscience, learning about energy. Like, it was so beautiful. And these things were very pragmatic and very practical that I could step out to apply it. One of the very first things that happened to me was the fact that I told you guys I was coming from a place of scarcity mindset. And I'm sure you've heard Kapu talk about how you're praying for abundance, but where you are is scarcity, so you cannot attract it. Your audio and your video does not correlate. So if you live in the beautiful city of Abuja, one of the places you know is probably Transcorp Hilton. Now, everybody calls me in the community the Hilton guy. If you know, if you're in the community, shout out to you. I'm the Hilton guy. Hi Auntie oh, my boss is even here. Hey. So you know, they call me the Hilton guy. One of the very first things I did was I went to Transcorp Hilton, you know, because I prayed. I thought to myself, the people going to these places to go and eat, they don't have 2 heads, they don't have 4 heads, they are normal people. So I'm too blessed. So pretty much went to the places that started looking like my future. Because one of the things, you know, Capo is going to talk to you about is how it's super important that you go to places or your video, your visual represents what you're trying to create. So you cannot be in a place of scarcity and expect scarcity abundance to come to you. So I went to Hilton's. Guess what? Because when I went to Transcorp Hilton to have lunch, I thought they were going to find out who I was and drive me away from the place. That was how ingrained this programming was in my head. But guess what? I went to the Hilton. My very first time to go and grab lunch in Hilton, I met with Sean Olu, and many of you probably know Kobams as well. On that first meeting, that's when I knew that, oh, more, this is my future, man. These are the places I should be coming to. How did I get the guts to go to that kind of place? So, second story was always wanted to go, you know, travel to go and do my master's and everything. And it was very important that, because one of the things you're also going to come and learn on the community is how, you see, the reasons why you're not achieving your goals is because you're consistently just making audio sound. There's what you call correlating your visual But I'm not Capo. I'm not going to be the one to teach you all of those things. Long story cut short, come to the class, register. I started with my whole application for my master's and everything. Long story cut short, the same guy talking to you, going to do my master's at Bradford University, because I knew very well that, look, it's not about how much I have in my bank account. It's how much I'm able to put myself in positions or the places that, scare me. My ability to be able to create an internal environment, my ability to be able to, no matter what's happening to my external, I can control these things from my internal perspective. So pretty much SOAR, has been an incredible gift, incredible community, great community. That's what I'm going to tell you. OG, shout out to you, man. Great family you're going to make, great people you're going to meet. And again, let me tell you the interesting thing. When you come to SOAR community, everybody you're going to meet there, they are not anyhow people. There are people who are very, very focused. Harry is there are people who are very, very, very focused people. There are people who are going to inspire you. You have what you call affirmations. I will never forget, I'm made up of 50 trillion cells now, but I'm in control, and all that kind of stuff. You're going to really, really learn from the people. And what just happens is you begin to pivot in your life, really, literally, you really begin to pivot. So if there's anything I'm going to say to anybody here, 120K may be a lot of money for you, but I just want you to know that if you want it, you can actually get it. Just position yourself and put yourself on that learning curve that will take you to the next season, man. Many, many loves to you guys, and I hope you guys get to make it to the class. Many blessings. Thank you, Capo.
Thanks, Itofa. Thank you for being so articulate about what your experience has been. God bless you. People, there are many. See, I can't keep calling people. There's one more person I'm going to call, by the way, right? There are many people who have produced truly astounding results, because they attended this bootcamp. Trust me, it's going to be an incredible experience. And for those of you who are saying, oh, I'll attend the next one, I cannot guarantee that you're going to pay the same, right? So you want to take advantage of this opportunity now. Somebody sent me a private message saying, what if I don't have the 60K right now, but I want to make the commitment right now, right? I'll just share a number, an Nifome's number that should handle all that you can reach out to, and should probably arrange a different package or something for just those exceptions. But trust me, if you don't make the commitment today, right? Like I said, the fee is going to go up by tomorrow, and you would have to pay more. So please take massive action to improve your life today. I'm going to take one more person or more. Somebody has sent me a message again asking for the details. Sorry, I think that's a private message. I have made payments already. I can't join the WhatsApp group. Please, can we share the link to the other group, right? Yeah. So I'm going to let me just quickly share my screen again, right? So that you can get the information. If you're paying installmentally, it's on the screen right now. The details, please take a screenshot so that I can bring up the next person. So it's 60,000 naira. How much will the cost be after today? By tomorrow, it goes to 130. The actual price is 150, and it's going to keep rising up until that time. Sorry, I'm trying to read out a message. I am currently relating with a man who designed, as a result of SOAR 4.0, I am currently relating with the man who designed a co-Atlantic city. This man owns over 200 houses in Texas. I am presently his right-hand man in Nigeria. Do you know what that means to an upcoming realtor? Now, this is a message somebody just shared with me right now, right? Who shared this message? Sorry, I'm trying to read it out. Abayomi just said, as a result of SOAR, this is not, I'm not making this up. Abayomi, are you here? Right? If you are here, can somebody help me unmute him? Let him talk. He just said that to me right now. I get on a daily, I'm not joking, people from my community sending me messages on a regular, right? I know that I'm graced for this thing, right? Hey, Abayami, how are you now?
Good evening, Capo. I'm fine.
Yeah, you just sent me an interesting message now. So I just wanted people to see you so that they can know that I'm not just making this up, that
No,
really and truly you sent me
you're not
that message.
making it up. You are not making it up. I got to meet him shortly, about a couple of weeks past. I met him, and it happened as a result of what the catalyst taught at the last SOAR 4.0. You know, I asked a question then that how do I transform what I pray into reality? And he gave me some idea while answering the question, and I put that into practice. And I started praying some prayer for some connection to the real estate industry. And somebody out of the blue gave me this man's phone number, and this man called me and started talking. And just yesterday morning, he began to tell me his testimonial, all the projects I've done across the globe and everything. He's a geologist, he's a water engineer, he's a real estate investor. I mean, so many projects. I was so funded and everything. And he said, young man, I want to not just mentor you, I also want to make you my right hand man, because a lot of people have come across with, you seem to have the kind of spirit that blends with my own spirit. So let me just summarize it that way.
Thank you, Abayomi, for sharing your experience. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Right, guys, you've seen it. That's the kind of thing that can happen to you. Please, once you make payment, please send an email to info@bankolywilliams.com. It's on the screen. info@bankolywilliams.com. Right, with the payment details, and then you get access. We'll give you all the further details you need to join the program. Right, info@bankolywilliams.com. So I'm going to stop sharing and then invite Omo. Omo, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Kapo.
Hey, Omo, how are you?
I am fine. Good evening, and good evening to everybody. Sorry, I mean, I don't know where people are streaming from. Good evening, good morning, good day. I think I'm safe to say good day. That kind of covers it. So I just want to share a testimonial that it has taken, I think, about 2 years. Yes, I have been a follower of Bankole and all that he has been teaching for years. But I'll just be specific and exact. I remember there was a time he did the Wealthy Mind webinar, and I was a participant. And after participating, then came SOAR. SOAR for me was like the MBA of the Wealthy Mind webinar, or is it MBA, or like graduation? When you graduate from primary school to the next level, and you know all the things that were taught. Interestingly, my wife and I were part of it. All the things that were taught. One of the things I can never forget is that we had, as was it Itofa that came and said that we had affirmations, and one of the lines in the affirmation says that people and organizations seek me out to patronize me for the creative use of my time and talents. You know, people and organizations seek me out to patronize me for the creative use of my time and talent. And what I find that in saying that over and over, one of the things that it did for me, I would say that about 3 things that happened because of that SOAR taught me. The first thing it taught me, I'm a person of faith. I believe that our confessions and our declaration make our world, you know, but to a large extent, many of the things that I believe were in the realm of spirit. But when I came to SOAR, the science of the things that I believed from the Bible were made known. And you know that ideally or rationally, human beings, we are first logical beings, we are first rational beings, you know. And when the science of what I've always read in the Bible was made known to me, it helped me to understand and to accept the faith and the illogical things of the Bible easier, better, and faster. That is the first thing that SOAR did to me. And the second thing is that what Bankole taught us, that in taking your declarations or your affirmation, you should take it feelingly. Speaking about how that your body must when you say something, say it with your entire body, feeling it. You know, when you say, I am strong, you don't say, I am strong. You say it like you feel strong, and all of that. And in saying all of these things, then that's the second thing. The third thing is the power of visualization. I remember one of those days in taking these affirmations. I remember I legit saw people at an office, a table, having deliberations about sorry, I didn't introduce myself properly. My name is Omo. I'm a lawyer and I MC events. I left my 9 to 5 in 2015 because I wanted to explore more the possibilities and the potentials that I had as an MC or as a compere or an event host. You know, so I saw that on that table. Remember the line: people and organizations seek me to patronize me and reward me for the creative use of my time and talent. At the time, the highest I've been paid as an MC was 250,000 naira, you know. But I remember that sometime last year, 2021, a friend of mine, an event planner, reached out to me. Our company had gotten a gig from an agency. And in getting that gig, I was paid double of the highest amount I've been paid ever. But that was not the catch. The catch was that she kept asking me, who do you know in this agency, in this company? Your leg must be very strong here. See, people, the agency that brought them in wanted to yank me off and get their own person. But what had happened was that my name was on the event planners list, and then my name was on the company's list, so that the agency didn't have a choice but to work with me. And even when they tried to get me out of it, the clients, that is the company, kept saying, it is Omo or nobody. It is Omo or nobody. And so this, my friend, the event planner, kept asking that, this your connect is really strong. But the interesting thing I like to say is that the person that is quote and unquote my connect in the client or in the company, I'd only met the person once physically. That is one hand. This year, I got another call to come and MC, for those that are in Nigeria, in Lagos, to MC the GT Food and Drink Festival. And I was paid double of what the agency paid me last year to MC the event. So I know for certain that the things that I believed and the things that were taught at SOAR as put in plain English and the science, you know, the art of something, art is intangible, is how creatives can be. They can do things and they're like, oh, it's just this. But the science has a method. The science shows you the method, it shows you the formula, and shows you how that was the y the x equals this, you know. So that is what SOAR helped me to do. And in visualization and then saying the things that I believe or that I want for myself feelingly, I saw them legit come about. So I will not tell you to dilly-dally on 120K, because 120K is 12K in 12 months. And sometimes you find that 10K somewhere or the other, something that is not as valuable would have taken it from you anyways. So why not invest this for you and see that how you become a better person? My wife also, being a participant of this thing, we're both lawyers, but she's also a caterer. She has seen our catering business, which is a side hustle, pay her or get earnings in millions between then and now. So I want to encourage everybody, please do not joke with this. Don't pass on this. Don't sleep on this. Take advantage of whatever it is that SOAR has got to offer. Thank you very much.
Wow. Man, thanks, Omo. Thanks for sharing your experience with everyone. Well, you guys have heard it. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. These guys are producing really, really transformational stuff. If you have any questions, please, questions about what I taught, questions about the course, please feel free to share them. Somebody is saying, would you consider packages for the bootcamp, just so people with less money can get something, then upgrade to the full package before the end of the course. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share a number, right? An Infomes number. It's on the screen right now. If you're one of those people who, because the only packages we're taking today is the full package, and then the, what do you call it, instrumental, the half of the payment. You're one of those people that fall in this category, right? Please send an Infomes, that's a number on the screen, a WhatsApp message right now. Because like I said, by 12 midnight, my offers are going to go, right? Send her a message right now, and you can have a discussion with her on what your plan is, right? But trust me, after tonight, like I said, everything is gonna go up. Does anybody have any questions about what I taught? So an Infomes number is on the screen. Kapo is nice like that. Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Right. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about what we taught today? Right. I taught you how to take charge and become the creator of your reality. Hey, G Mama, so good to see you. It's been a while, right? G Mama is also a member of my community who her testimony gets me every time, right? And G Mama has registered again. Can you imagine? She just sent a message now saying she's registered again. There are people who have come again and again. See, let me tell you something. I'm not telling you, when I ask people to do stuff like, I'm not telling you stuff that I do not do. Let me help you understand. There's a course I attended, right? I traveled all the way to Mexico for this course. I paid $2,000 for this course. This same course is happening in August in London. I have paid $2,500 for it already. Same thing, no, I'm going to experience it again. See, repetition enhances retention, right? That's why people keep coming back to experience it again, because this is a lifestyle, right? It's a way of life. Please, whatever you do, don't miss. Okay, a way of life. Any questions about what I taught about the program? Can we have the recording of tonight's session? I'll think about it, right? I'll think about it, but most likely you will, right? Most likely you will. If you are in the group, we will share further details on the group. Sorry, I got held up, blah, blah, blah. Is it possible to get the recordings? Yeah. So we will share it on the WhatsApp group, and most likely it will be sent to your emails, right? Bankoli, thanks, Bankoli. It's my first time. Okay, people are sending me messages and all, private messages. Any questions? Any questions before we call it tonight? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So will the discussions about the course be available in the group? Yes, they will be available in the group. So we will drop the details, all the details of how you can be a part of it on the group. Yes, then the book that you all have been waiting for, right? I hesitated on sharing it because I know some of y'all, once you get it, you run away. Yeah, any questions? Any questions? When is the deadline for payment of the balance? Before the end of the course, the 10th of July, right? Before the 10th of July, that's the deadline for paying, making the complete payment for the course. But tonight, before 12 midnight, take massive action to take advantage of the fast action offer. How do we join the WhatsApp group? Demola, please, can you share the WhatsApp group link right now? Some people have run away already. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. This is about the best webinar I've ever attended in my life. Harrison, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Right. And if there are more people who want to share kind words, please feel free to. Let me know, how has this been for you? How has this impacted you? Let me share the link to the book. Yep. Right. Yes, the link to the book is on the screen right now. Right. How has tonight been for you? Blessing says very impactful. Where will someone is asking for the payment details again, right? That she left and came back. Okay, so please take a screenshot of the gift so that I can just quickly share the link for the payment details with this person who just came, right? If you're paying in full, if you're paying in full, details are on your screen right now. Jugu says it was transformational. Omolola made me question, my daily routines. Good to know. So remember some of the things I shared. Start deliberately designing your day before you enter your day, and make sure it lands you in an emotion. I hope you will not forget that. Tonight has been powerful. Just so many things. Sorry. The link to the book, okay. The link to the book is on the screen right now. The program is at 7 p.m. West African time. It's virtual. It happens online, right? So it's virtual. The sessions are recorded, right? Every day for 7 days. Your definition of greatness, sir. Thank you very much. The link to the book is on the screen right now. Any other questions? Any other questions? Right. If you love to be a part of this and you couldn't meet up with the amounts, right? Remember what I said, the precise amount, send any format a message, right? You're a prophet to the generation. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, right? Has tonight been good? Please remember what I said. Share this with the world. Don't keep it with yourself, right? Take a screenshot of stuff, right? That has been powerful. And I hope you were taking screenshots as you were learning. I don't know, right? Go on social media and just in one word describe how the session was for you. And please tag me at I am Bankole. I'll be more than happy to put it out there. I think more and more people need to hear this message for them to thrive in the current world that we find ourselves in. It seems the world seems getting darker and darker. But what I found is that no matter how dark it is, light always finds the opportunity to shine brightest. And this is your moment to shine, your opportunity to shine. So seize that moment, to shine, and learn some of these things that can help you shine by being a part of the course. Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing now. Thank you, everyone. It's been a great night. I just want to be double sure that there are no questions that I have missed before we call it a night. Let me just check. Okay, I see someone say that there are no questions. Right. Harrison says he has a question. Harrison, I missed that, please. The WhatsApp number, any format, please can you share that number? The WhatsApp number will be shared with you. Once you make payment, please send your payment details to info@bankolewilliams.com. info@bankolewilliams.com. Last thing I'm going to say, right? Some of you probably have made payments, some of you have not, some of you desire to be a part of it. You may not have the resources right now, but you know you are going to be there. If you are going to be at SOAR 6.0 bootcamp, right? Even though you know you don't have the resources right now, but you recognize that it's something that is necessary for you. In the comments, I want you to say yes right now. And this is you affirming that it is going to be your tangible reality, regardless of where you find yourself. I see a lot of people saying yes, right? And I'm saying to you, as you have put out your faith, right? Typing yes in the comments. The forces of the universe are going to align. Time and chance is going to collide in your favor to ensure that this dream and this vision, right, becomes your tangible reality. All possibilities exist, and the possibility of you being a part of this life-transforming experience will not elude you. It is going to be your tangible reality, right? And in the process of time, you will come back, to say that it really and truly manifested the way I declared it to be. Thank you very much, everyone, for being a part of this. I see some people lifting their hands. I may not be able to take anyone who will speak, but if you have a question, please drop it and I'll take it. But thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. Thank you for staying up until this time. I do not take your attention for granted. One of the most valuable possessions that you have is your attention, because where your attention goes, your energy flows in that direction, right? And for you taking time out to give me your attention, your priceless possession, I do not take it for granted. I really, really, really do appreciate that you would spend close to 2 hours with me, and I hope it has been worth the while. Somebody says they can't access the book. Demola, can you affirm? Has anybody received the book? Please let me know, right? If you've been able, if through the link you've been able to receive the book, right? So most people have, right? Book has been downloaded. So if you're on the group, you would get the link. But most people, from what I see, have received the book. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for being a part of this incredible experience. I look forward to seeing you on the boot camp. Have a phenomenal night rest. I think we'll just play some music and then we will call it a night. God bless you guys. Have a good night, everyone.